Alright, today I'm going to show you my shoulder training with a SLAP lesion. Now, what is a SLAP lesion? It's a superior labrum anterior to posterior. Now, the labrum, it's a piece of cartilage that surrounds your shoulder, contributes to the stability of the shoulder. Anterior to posterior simply means the tear in the labrum, the lesion, is from the front towards the back. Now, what the labrum also has is a bicep attachment, so your long head of bicep attaches into the labrum. So not only with a SLAP lesion are you less stable, your biceps also partially detached from the bone. So it does affect training a lot, and I'm going to show you how I work around that within my shoulder session. Doesn't get easier. So I start nice and easy with just an active range of motion out to the side, to the front and to the back. This is just to get as much mobility in the shoulder as I possibly can, and also gets the muscles warmed up a little bit. Literally feels different every week. I've painted my second finger doing that. As a physio student, I have no idea how there's nerve involvement, but there is. Next I move on to some rotator cuff work, doing 4 sets on each arm of external rotation and internal rotation. Now these muscles provide a lot of stability to that shoulder joint, so it's really important to train these if you want to injury-proof your shoulders. And that's why you'll notice I spend literally half my workout on mobility and rotator cuff training. And finally I move on to whatever the hell you call this exercise, because it's really good for getting some more mobility and movement into that shoulder before I start actually training the delt muscles. Then we finally get to the actual delt training. Now, I start this off very light, again just being very safe with my shoulder. I start with about 2 kilos in each hand. I then work my way up to about 8 kilos for my top set. Now, something to note is I train really strict with my form, but once that form starts to waver, once you start to fatigue, what I'll do is I'll swing the weight up, kind of cheat to get up, but then really control it on the way down, try to fight gravity. And that eccentric contraction is fantastic for initiating muscle growth. And then after my first top set, I'll do a drop set, so a triple drop from about 8 kilos to 5 kilos and back down to 2, as many reps as I can get. Next I move on to the front delts, for which I do a front raise. Now, I can no longer shoulder press with my shoulder, and the bicep is still very involved in this movement, so what I do is just stick to high reps, about roughly 15 to 20 on the top sets, and I do a couple sets even lighter at about 2 kilos just to warm up. And finally for rear delts, I'll do this sort of reverse pull, whatever you call it, I genuinely don't know. Now if I was in an actual gym, I'd definitely prefer like a reverse pec deck or something, but as a former bodybuilder, I have lots of gym experience and I have a really good feel for my rear delts. So I'm able to hit them very effectively with this movement. And if you couldn't already tell, I love drop sets, so this exercise is no exception. Alright, shoulders is done. I got a very good pump today, so happy with that. I do a very thorough warm-up, as you can see, but you've got to do what you got to do. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.